Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I wanted to share with you guys like our laundry routine and just kind of what I do to keep our clothes looking new and fresh and stain free. So I use a lot of products. I use them in different ways, and I have a lot of tips and tricks and things that I have found that work really, really well, and I wanted to share them with you guys. I feel like clothes are not cheap, and then when you're buying for kids, you're constantly buying for their next size, and they're growing out of things so fast, and the last thing you want to do is have to purchase on top of that because you can't get stains out of their clothes. So I really hope you guys find this video helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and let's jump right in. So first things first, I want to share with you guys the products that I use. So I will then share with you how I like to use them, and then I'm also going to do like a little demo because I have a lot of laundry I need to do as well. Okay, so for laundry detergent to start off, I use the Tide Free and Gentle. This is something that we have used for probably over a year now. Knox is now 20 months old, and back when he was like really little, I think he was like around 3 months old, he broke out in a terrible rash from one of the detergents we were using. I switched to this and we have not had any issues since. I don't dare switch it up, so this is what we use. I do love it. It doesn't have like a scent or anything. It's very, very gentle, and yes, it does seem to clean our clothes very well. So for bleach, I have a lot of items and things in our house that are white, and we do wear a lot of white as well. I just really like white. I think it's classic. We definitely need bleach, and I do use bleach. So the one that we use is the Clorox Ultimate Care Bleach. This one doesn't really have a bleach odor. It's not like that really strong pure bleach smell, and it's gentle on your fabrics, and it's a thicker formula, so it doesn't like splash up and stuff, which I actually really like because usually I'm in a hurry. But yeah, this seems to be a great bleach. It's worked well for us. I haven't had any issues with it like bothering Knox's skin or anything like that, or Braxton's skin, so we stuck with it and it's really good. Okay, so for our basic spot treatment or stain remover, we use the Shell Advanced Action Gel. This is amazing. This can pretty much get like literally anything out of your clothes. So you can go through this pretty quickly depending on how many kids you have and all of that. So I have a little trick with this, which I'll share in just a little bit, of how to make it last longer, how I use it, and all of that. But around the house, I have a bunch of these little bottles. So I got this in a pack off of Amazon, and I'll share more about these later. But in these small bottles, I have half of the Shell and half water, and I just mix it up. I have one in our bathroom, in our kitchen, and then I have one down in the basement where we do our laundry. I like to have these kind of all over the house because a lot of the times Braxton will stain our bedding, or Knox will, you know, eat something that stains like the collar of his shirt or something like that, and it's always best to treat the stain as quickly as possible. That gives you the best chance of getting the stain out. So I just like to have it handy if I need to strip Knox's t-shirt off and spray it really quick and soak it in the sink or something. I just like to have these around. Also, this is great to have in your purse. If you are out and about and you need to treat a stain really quick, even if you're changing your child out of it and just throwing it in the diaper bag, spray it with this first, you know, spot treat the stain, and then by the time you get home and throw it in the wash, the stain is already pretty much gone. So highly recommend that. Love this stuff. Next, for our whites, I like to use this OxiClean White Revive. So this is not a bleach, but it makes your whites like bright again, and it brings out the white in your clothes. So it is color safe. I generally use it just in our white loads and our light loads, just to brighten things up, and I have seen the biggest difference with this. Next, I have this 20 Mule Team Borax Detergent Booster. So this is a multi-purpose household cleaner. This is just good to have around. It's not very expensive for how much you get and what you can do with it. You can scrub your tub, you can scrub your sinks, you can use it in your laundry. If you have like a really dirty load of laundry, like your kids' clothes and they were playing outside in the dirt or something, I always throw a scoop of this in, and it's super helpful in getting out all the dirt and grime. But again, you can just use it on so many different things. They give you a bunch of different things that you can use it for on the back. I'll highly recommend this. Okay, the next product that I want to share with you is a specific like small spot treatment. Again, this is something that you could just have in your purse. You don't have to have all of these products, but you can just pick and choose and kind of try them out and figure out what works best for you. This could easily replace like the little bottles here if you didn't want to do the extra you know, work and time into making these. You could just buy these. These are very inexpensive. You can get them at Walmart, Hobby Lobby. I've seen them a ton of different places. I should probably tell you what it is as I'm talking about it. It is the Grandma's Secret Spot Remover. I will link everything down below. You can get this off Amazon as well. This stuff works amazingly well. I always like to have a couple of these on hand. Sometimes I find that some stain removers just won't get a certain stain out, and then other stain removers will get it out, and vice versa. So I just like to have a couple different stain removers on hand, especially like multi-purpose ones, because you never know what's gonna work on what, and it's just kind of nice to have those. I feel like if you spend money in your laundry products and things that you're using to get the stains out, you'll spend less money buying new clothes because your clothes are ruined. Okay, the last products that I like to use are these little stain devils. So these are like $2.98 or something per bottle. I have one here for fat and cooking oil. This one I have like 2 or 3 bottles of because I feel like the baby always has some type of like oil or grease. He's got like coconut oil or butter or something on his shirt. So I always like to have that on hand. I have one for chocolate, ketchup, and mustard, which is definitely a must. Knox loves chocolate and ketchup. We have one for ink marker and crayon. So this is good for like a pen mark on a t-shirt, or you know, if they get marker on their shirt or something like that. And then grass, dirt, and makeup, which is just kind of like, yeah, we all need that. So I will show you guys how I make these last longer and what exactly I do with them. But these are great, and they really do work. They work really well. They have directions on the back on how to use them, but I actually use them in a little bit of a different way, and it's like a little simpler and lazier. So anywho, you can choose how you use these, but they're great to have on hand. So right now we are in an apartment, so our laundry and everything is down in our basement. So I'll show you guys our little laundry setup that we have going on down there right now. I'll show you how I do a full load of laundry, all my tips and tricks. So this is our little laundry setup down here. So I put a little rug down just so it's like a little bit cozier to do laundry, especially because I'm in my bare feet a lot. We have a trash, which is just nice to have with your laundry because you're often throwing out clearly like bottles and things like that. So it's just nice to have that. Also for the lint, it's always nice to have a trash can right nearby. We luckily have this really nice utility sink, which is sweet when you need to soak something or like rinse something off, like dirt off kids' clothes before you throw it in the wash. Love having that. And then we just have like a basic washer and dryer. This is a Whirlpool and this one's an LG. I don't know much about them. Again, we're just in a rental property right now. So that is what we have, but they work great. Over here, we luckily have this little stand, which I've organized. This is the stuff that I use daily, and that's like backstock stuff. So yeah, it's nice to have your stuff like right readily available and all of that. I have a couple laundry baskets. So I have that one that stays in the basement, and it's just to like, I don't know if I need to throw clothes in it or if I've folded clothes, whatever. This is the one that is in our bedroom. I just brought that down with dirty clothes in it. And then this is like a little separator that I got from TJ's. I actually got it on sale. It was like $30. I thought it was a total steal. I love it. If I can find something similar, I will link it down below. But I just have a couple hangers on here. That way we can hang anything that should not be dried. So often that's just like our dressier shirts and tops and things like that. But I just love having this. It keeps me organized, and yeah, it just makes things a little bit easier. So I'm going to separate these whites and darks and figure out kind of what I need to do more, and then we'll get started. So I decided to do a load of colors since I had a little bit more of that. So my first tip, and this is so important, is to turn everything right side out. Straighten out the sleeves, make sure it's all right side out, and then that way you can see any stains that you might need to remove. So for each one of these stain devils, I have one of these glass spray bottles that I filled half with the stain remover, half with water. I actually ordered some labels to label all these, but I also just thought that this would be a good idea to peel the label off and use it that way too if you prefer. But this just makes it really easy to spray onto the fabric. It's easier than like dumping the product on. I did the same thing with this shout. I did 1/3 of the bottle with the stain remover and then 2/3 with water. This again makes it so easy to spray on any stains. You can cover the whole front of a shirt if you have like a large area of stain. And I know this seems like a lot of effort, but honestly, once it's part of your routine, it's actually really easy, and it's so satisfying and like rewarding when your clothes come out clean. So then I'm just adding in my detergent, and then my detergent booster. I do just a little sprinkle of that and then turn it on. So for my whites, I do a similar routine. I did fill just probably about 1/4 of this glass bottle with my bleach and then the rest water. So in doing this, you definitely have to be careful because it is still very potent, but I like to spot treat anything that is white. So like this blanket is filthy. Braxton ran in from the mud puddles and jumped all over this blanket, so I'm just taking that and kind of spraying it on the dirt. This takes it out so easily, and yeah, I just find that it's amazing. I'll also like spray our white curtains before I wash them, or like our bedding, just to keep things really bright. But if something's really dirty, these sneakers were literally brown from the mud, I will soak them in the Oxy and a little bit of bleach, and then I will wash them. So lastly, guys, I just want to share how I stay on top of our laundry and how I don't get loads and loads behind. So I have one child, a toddler, and then my husband who works full-time, and then we both work out. So we usually have like our workout clothes, which is separate from the clothes that we wear during the day, which is separate from our pajamas, and then a toddler, as any of you parents know, come with a lot of changes and a lot of laundry. Obviously, this is all dependent on how many children you have or what your laundry situation is, but my first tip is to make it part of your routine. So figure out how many loads of laundry you need to do every week or every day, and then fit it into your schedule. So I recommend doing it daily. If you don't have that much laundry, then maybe you can do every other day. But for me, it works daily, and I know that I need to do 1 full load of laundry a day. Again, if you have multiple kids, then say you have 2 or 3 loads that you have to do in a day. Maybe you do it as part of your morning routine, as part of their nap time, and then as part of your nighttime routine. Otherwise, you're just going to end up with so much laundry. That's when you start to feel like you're never going to catch up, and you're just in this like constant cycle rather than like cleaning it as it comes. So as of right now, my laundry routine is kind of more in the morning. So that's when I throw in a load. I switch everything over from the washer to the dryer and all of that. And since it's in the basement, we have brought a ton of toys downstairs for Knox. So he has like a riding tractor down there, a basketball and a hoop and all of that. So he likes to play while I do the laundry. So sometimes he likes to help me, but it's all about just kind of making it work. Sometimes he wants to sit on the dryer like while it's going, and it's like, you know, doing this kind of thing, and he likes to like ride it. That's what's working for us right now. It is very hard to fold clothes with him awake right now because he just wants to demolish every pile I make. I generally fold it at night when my husband is bathing Knox and all of that. So my next tip is to fold the same day you wash. So this is a big one. I feel like this is why I used to get really behind on laundry, is I would do like 2 or 3 loads of laundry. I felt like I'm good, I did so much laundry today, and then I'd realize I have a heaping pile of clothes on my floor, and I'd like fold some of it and then it would stay in piles. And you need to fold your laundry and you need to put it away. Otherwise, that is how we get behind. So that is like one of my biggest tips. Force yourself. I hate it. Sometimes I'll do like a load of laundry in the morning, so I'll wash it, switch everything over and all of that, and by the end of the day I'll have the dryer empty and the washer empty, and whatever I washed that day will still be in a basket at the end of the night around 7 o'clock after we put the baby to bed, and I force myself to fold it and put it away. Otherwise, I know I'm just gonna fall behind. And then when I fold the baby's clothes, like if he's already in his room and asleep, then I will just set his piles on my work desk. So the next day I cannot avoid it and I have to put them away. So yeah, figure out how many loads of laundry you need to do every day. Put it into your schedule, make it part of your to-do list. Fold it and put it away all in the same day. Those are my tips. You will not fall behind. If you do that, I understand that life happens and it's crazier with more kids and all of that, but you've got to figure out a way to make it work. That way it's just less overwhelming and it's just part of your to-do list, and it becomes part of your routine, and it's less like dreaded, I feel like. So I think that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit random, but I hope that you found it helpful. I don't know how many videos there are out there like this. I know for me, after becoming a mom, I just became very interested in laundry products and things that work, and tips and tricks on how to keep your clothes looking fresh and clean, because it is such a struggle, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. So if you have any tips and tricks that work for you guys, definitely share them down below so we can all get some ideas from each other. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.